Hello again, we are back. I'm having a little play with the levels again. That looks okay. That doesn't look like it's coming across too loud, hopefully. So, I had a little look into the bitrate problems, and I have turned down my bitrate, so the stream won't be as nice quality. It might look a little bit more pixelated. That's a thought. I need to actually open it and see how it looks. And it's a bit of a shame that I've had to do that because I thought the stream looked like it was fairly good quality. It just was lagging and dropping frames, and so in that sense it wasn't good quality. It looks okay. Let's pop it over here on my phone, and I've just got one eye on it, and we'll see how it goes and take it from there. Is my mic too close to my face because I keep moving shit around and changing settings? No, I think we're okay. And we are going to continue with training Mumble. We are close to finishing acceleration. This has been a fairly good course to do it on because it's been quite fun. It is dark, which is a shame. So, I think for the most part, we've worked out that it's 3 training sessions for each level, and that there's some training sessions that offer 35 and some that offer 40, but it looks like it resets your experience every time you go up a level. So you don't bank that extra 5 experience. I feel like my mic is a little bit close to my face. You don't bank that extra 5 experience from the 40 XP as opposed to the 35. So, and I don't remember ever reading anything about it on the Discord. Once we're caught up and we see how much Mumble is going to sell for, we'll maybe have a hop onto the Discord and see if we can do some digging for some more information. It's typical that I logged off at night time and we're logging back in and it's still flipping nighttime. There's a nighttime rainbow over there. I don't know if that's going to show up on stream or not. Whoosh! Oh, I love that slow motion jump at the end. It's so good. I think we do also need to think about feeding and watering Mumble. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. So that was 1. This is 2. Oh, I forgot you can skip it. Okie doke. Because it's a cool feature to have it the first time you do a course, but I don't need to see it every time. Whoosh! Let's take it at a gallop. Let's see if we can do it with speed. Look out, little fox. Oh, we cut that a bit fine. Look out, Mr. Fox. Right, let's see if we can take these corners tight. Oh, that was not a bad one. That wasn't bad. I love barrel racing. I just love barrel racing. Oh, I forgot where the turn was. And the stream does appear to be looking better. Bearing in mind I can't see it all the time, I have got to look away. Oh, we're on 40%. Mood is now content. Okay. So I think it's 30% that things start going a bit not good with your horse. So, and this should be the last one of this level. I'm not getting any warnings this time now for the stream. I wonder if it was doing that with all my previous streams, and because I never had the widget to keep an eye on it. Whoosh! I just never realised. Because it is quite hard to follow the stream on a phone screen while I'm looking at a computer screen. Oh, that's because I was looking at the phone. Just to keep an eye on it. I think it's probably not good for my phone either to have it on all the time while I'm watching streams. Or monitoring my streams, I suppose is a better way of saying it. Up and over. Woohoo! Mumble feels so much faster. Whoa! Especially with the acceleration, I'm definitely feeling a difference. Yeah. Much more difference now. So, this should be the last level. Let's see what it says. Ah, so again for the last level it says 80 XP instead of 100 XP. I wonder why that is. So then it's a little bit harder to work out how much we've spent. Whoosh! What I could do is go to my last stream at the beginning of the day. Oh, we missed that because we've not spent or earned any money since, oh my goodness, since we started training. Oh, we missed it. We're going too quick, that's why. Oh, and we've crashed into a wall. Okay. Yeah, we should be able to use that to then do a bit of math and see how much we've actually spent training, because that was the whole point. Apparently we've got heavy handling, but I don't feel like we've got heavy handling at all. That feels like a nippy turn to be doing at a gallop. We'll maybe have to do a bit of testing with that as well, because if potentially that's the next thing to train for. I want to see if it both makes a difference when you're actually riding them for the sake of selling to other players, and how much money you get extra for when voiding them. So I think we should just have one more training session. And this will officially be our first fully trained speed acceleration bonded horsey. And we'll work out if handling is something, ooh, that's worth our while. Oh my gosh, Mumble, you are speed. This is so fast. Oh my lord. Compared to what she was at the beginning of the day, it's very rewarding to feel the difference. Yeah, I'm turning these round those corners at a gallop. I shouldn't be able to turn that sharply at a gallop. Maybe that's something that's just, I mean, the server is still technically, I believe, early access. So it's, oh, that was very janky. It's maybe just one of those things that just isn't quite fully implemented yet. Oh. I wonder if there's a list on the Discord of features that are potentially part working or have been implemented, or plans that haven't been implemented. I haven't seen anything. It doesn't mean there isn't. So there's handling training here. But I first want to be going to a stable and seeing how much you're worth. And let's work out how food and water works as well. Since we're next to a river, try and get around the rocks. So, I know to open the menu it's 2. I think I'm going to need to move my widgets. I'm not going to be able to because it's... Okay, never mind. That was a lot of spinning of the camera while I was trying to grab the widgets on the screen. Sorry about that. So horse interactions, I guess metabolism? Hunger? I can't click on that. Cleanliness 100%. So her cleanliness does seem to be broken. I thought that before this morning, because she never seemed to get dirty. So I guess it's going to be interactions. Drink from a river? Let me just... How much was it? 41. 41 for both. Drinking from a water source. Are you? Are you sure? It doesn't appear that anything is happening. Oh, there we go. I think that's his 66. Again, my widgets are hiding it a little bit. It does. So that went up, what, for 25%? They maybe don't have animations attached to it yet. Or, like I says, Mumble could be a bit broken. Mood improved to satisfied. It's now at 91. Does anything bad happen if we go over? I mean, water's free, so if we can do it for free... Just give it a minute to think about it. There we go. Thirst restored. I think that's what it says. I can see thirst restored at 100% and satisfied. That's about as much as I can see. Right. And hunger, I believe we're going to need to find a patch of grass. So hopefully this is good enough. This might count as gravel though, because we are a bit close to the river. Grazing. Again, give it a minute. I see thirst 100%. What did that go up to? 51. So that went up 10%? We might be here for a while. So something else we need to do today is play around with free cam. And let me just check. Yeah, 10%. And get some nice thumbnails for future streams. Rather than using all the same one. So it'd be nice to get a screenshot of Mumble. Since we were training Mumble, and then we can set that, the thumbnail to that for our previous streams. And whoever my next horse is going to be that we're going to train on stream, I will maybe just go and take a screenshot of them today. So that when the stream goes live, we'll have a picture of that horse. A pretty picture. Maybe even of the foals. We can maybe get a picture of all the foals. Well, or one of the foals. I don't think we can take them all out at the same time. Right, one more. And we can have that for foal training. We can maybe even do some pretty work in Canva and make a nice thumbnail. You can maybe come along with me for that as well. We'll see what we think. I'm just, at the moment, I'm really making the most of having time to stream. Because this is going to have to stop tomorrow, unfortunately. I have to actually do something productive tomorrow. Right, we'll give you a quick brush. Even though you don't need it. It'll maybe reset whatever the problem is with it. With her continuously being clean. Oh, apparently she now has no horseshoes. Her shoe states is... Oh, I don't get how shoes work. Right, let's just head to the stable. Oh, I wonder, did it show... I think I hear somebody firing a gun. No, it doesn't show how much the worth is from here. So we'll just go this way. Oh, there's a horse over there. Are you a wild horse? Or do you belong to somebody? Do you belong to that person? Yes, yes they do. It's got a saddle on. I thought we might get up that way. Over here. Oh, come on, Mumble. There you go. That feels already like a much better canter. Unless it's a placebo. But I don't think it is. Do you think she'd look better with a black mane and tail or a white mane and tail? I think a white one would be striking. Because at the moment it's grey, but in this light it almost looks black. So you can kind of picture her with the black mane and tail. We'll try both out of curiosity before we sell her. Because I'd love to know. Right, off you go. Oh, we've put her to flee when we were too close. So sometimes when you do that, so I'm oh no, it's where, oh, that person didn't log in with clothes on. That does happen sometimes. Right, manage. Mumble. 830. That's a big jump. It feels like it's a big jump. So let's hop on over to our spreadsheet and I'll bring you over with me. 1 second. There we go. So we've now got leveled Excel, and was it 830? 830. So shall we get a calculator out? And I believe, let's go back into your stats very quickly. Yes, so speed and acceleration are equal. So, oh, calculators. Oh, there we go. I thought it froze a little bit. So, the 550, take away the bonded price, is 280. So when it went up by $280 when we did this. So then 830 take 550, $280 again. So it goes up by $280 each time. I'm going to forget what that number means. Increase per full stat was 280. So these columns at the end I'll delete at the end. It's just to kind of track what I'm doing. And we spent, this is maybe going to be an approximately number, so it would have been 60 again, but we didn't do the final training loop, so it would have been 55, which is actually the same because I didn't do the final training loop of this one. So that was 55 plus another 55 is 110. So take 220 off of this. It's, oh really, is the stream lagging again? I just got another warning. I'm not really going to see the effects of that until I'm back in game, I think. That's quite disappointing. Let's concentrate on this for a moment. So 220, 600 and 620. Yes, no, sorry, 610. So we've got a profit of $610 at the moment, I think. Take off another 150. It's about $500-ish. We'll do the math properly later. So we now need to go and see if improving handling will do anything. So, where was handling training again? There was one where we just were, but I think there's another one close by. I think it's one of these. This one. You need to wait till you get away from the... No, there we go. It doesn't let you gallop away straight away, which is a bit odd. So, there doesn't appear to be anybody else using this one. No, that was Liberty. I know there's a handling one here somewhere. It could have been alongside this jumping one. This is the one we used for the speed training, which was quite fun. It is! Okay. So, this is the same again, but it's got 4 levels. So let's get this one. And my stream does say that it's still... Oh, what the heck? Oh, I think I need to go this way around. Yes, I do. Oh, because this is a handling course. Is this going to have some really tight turns? Oh, this is going to be interesting. And once I've finished running it, I need to check up on what on earth the stream is doing. Because something doesn't look right. Where's the... I think I was maybe supposed to go this way. Nope. Nope. Where am I going? Over here. Oh, I didn't think I was going to make that. Oh. Yep. Stream is still struggling with something. So let's get out of the way of other players and work out what's going on. Let's have a look at this. Is it completely frozen? Apologies, I was in the wrong screen again. Okay. I do have a bit of a whirly wheel of doom. So it appears that my bitrate is dropping on its own, even though I've got it set to a constant bitrate. So... below set Excuse me, we're bug busting for a moment. Oh, when your OBS stream's bitrate drops below your set CBR, it means your local network connection or ISP cannot upload data fast enough. OBS is trying to push the data, but the network buffer slips, causing dropped frames and lower reported output. So my actual internet is unstable. Why? Is it trying to do something in the background that I don't know about? No. Doesn't appear to be. It could be... I'm not using an Ethernet cable. And that could be having an effect. I can see from here the stream is stuttering. Oh, that's so disappointing. I wonder why it's doing that. Let's have a quick browse. See if we can try and get this fixed. Oh, that's interesting. So what does that mean? RTMP and RT... what? I don't think I understand enough about streaming for this all to make sense. It is ever so slightly frustrating. I've run the same test as you described. My internet is working perfectly, but drops insane amounts, packet amounts to YouTube. And I mean, I've tested my internet speed and it's decent. It's good for what I'm trying to... I could, going by the math, set my bitrate a lot higher if I've done the math right. I found is to switch to the YouTube backup RTMP server, start streaming, stop streaming, switch back, then start stop until the bitrate stabilizes and the frames stop dropping. Sometimes it takes 8 to 10 tries. Well, I'm not doing that. That post is also from 2-3 years ago. Right, I'll have a look through one more forum post and then I'm giving up. Ooh-wee-oo. That sounds like a... yeah, so the server is going to restart in 30 minutes. So I can put the stream on a break and have a Google at that point. Somebody is now using that training zone. So why don't we go to the one that was over here? Because I believe that was a handling one. And I have got one eye on the screen and one eye on my phone with the stream on it. Because frankly, right now when there's no viewers, this is a good time to fix problems. I keep missing the point. Here we go. Come on. There we go. Handling training. So what's this one going to be like? Oh, this is like a jumping course. Okay. Oh. Okay. We probably wanted to be testing handling as well before we actually level up and see if it makes a difference. But I don't feel like Mumble has got heavy handling. In the slightest. Oh, this is quite a fun little exercise. So first you go off to the left, then the right, then straight down the middle. Oops. So, what will we use as our experiment? Let's just run around a tree. Yeah, that's... I mean, I wouldn't call that heavy handling. What if we do it at a gallop? That's a tight turn. Nah, that's a tight turn. It was such a tight turn that we wrapped ourselves literally around the tree. So, we'll see what happens when we level it up. Unless Mumble really is bugged. Because she should be getting dirty and she's not getting dirty, which makes me think she's bugged out a little bit. And it didn't fix between logging off and logging in again. Shall we try and do this at a gallop? See how much harder it is? Oh, I didn't take that at a good angle. Oh, or that one. She's a bit harder to steer now she's faster. Yay! Right, so that's a handling level up. So, let's find the tree to wrap ourselves around. Oh my god, that was even tighter. Okay, hang on then. Let's just pick a point. Maybe it is sharper. Yeah, I'm turning before I even get to go around the tree, so... That maybe... Is it a placebo? Is it that heavy? Oh, I don't know. Is it the same as vanilla Red Dead? I can't make my mind up. But we're going to train it up anyway. So, was that 2 or 3 runs? Might have been 3. I should have checked how much this was going to be. Oh, hello. The training missions are so much fun. Oh. Oh, we got a penalty. $5 penalty. In the book it goes. Fall penalty. We now have 3. Because I wasn't paying attention. Sorry, Mumble. And if we do train another Mumble to keep for ourselves... Because as much as I would love to keep this one, I do have to sell her to make the money back so that we can train other horses. And tame other horses. We could call the next one Bumble. That might be quite fun. Oh, too quick. Oh, okay, we can't do this at a gallop because we're just losing money at this point. I'm so sorry. Are you okay? Are you okay? I'm looking at my money in the top right though, and it's not going down as fast as I thought. I suppose $5 isn't that much, but it felt like a lot when I was thinking about how much of those $5 I'd have to spend to get a horse up one level. Right, this time we're concentrating. We really can't afford to lose any more money to penalties. Do we need a counter? Do we need a penalty counter on the stream? Because I've already got the bar at the top that tells us which horse we're training at the moment. That might be quite a fun thing to track on stream, and I wonder if there's a way I can streamline it to do it quickly so it doesn't interfere with the stream too much. That might be quite fun. I'm also growing attached to this horse. I am becoming quite attached to her. I've also stopped paying attention to how many times I'm training, which is not good, which is defeating the purpose. Like I said, I'll do some math at the end by comparing how much money we've got left. Oh, we're going to have to take the price of the cougar out of it. Oh, look at that. Is that an owl? It's a rubber banding owl. It's really rubber banding. Poor Mr. Owl. Right, slow down. Slow down. Okay. Take it easy. Level up. See, the problem is the way my ADHD works, because I have hotkeys on this keyboard. I've got a set of keys, macro keys that run down the side of the keyboard, and I could use that to set up a counter. And every time I press a button, it adds a count to the counter, and I can count how many $5 we're spending on training. And I could have a separate one set up for the penalty counter. But, and this is the big but, the way that my ADHD works is, so the phrase that comes to mind for me is always out of sight, out of mind. So I think the proper name for it is object permanence. And I don't know if object permanence and executive function kind of come into the same, or a similar kind of category. But basically, I am the textbook of when I can't see something anymore, I forget it exists. And that sounds strange to say out loud, because I don't forget that the sky is blue or whatever. But I can't recall information in the same way that other people can recall information. And a really good example that my boyfriend would tell you, I'm chronic for this, is forgetting to hang up the washing. If I don't hear that washing machine beep, and we've got it's not a new washing machine anymore, but when we got this other washing machine, it doesn't beep. The door clicks, you can hear the door click. But if I've got my headphones on, there's no way I'm hearing that little click. So I don't know when the washing machine stops. And if I don't set some kind of alarm on my phone, I will not remember to hang up the washing, because I just forget that the washing exists. I forget that I've done that task. And it's the same with remembering to message people, to stay in touch with people. It's the same as remembering that I have an appointment. And it will be the same if I said, okay, every time I complete one of these training runs, hit a button on the keyboard to do a counter. I'm not going to remember to hit that button unless for some reason it becomes proper muscle memory. So it's how do I set up that counter? Or how do I count how many $5 I'm spending? Other than keeping track of how much money I had before and how much money I had after. I'm not going to remember to keep hitting the $5 button. There's no way my memory is going to work like that. I would love it if it did. It's a very inconvenient problem to have. I've only been diagnosed for just over a year. I was on the waiting list for about 5 years, so I've known for about 6 years that, oh, please don't have a Wally over these, Mumble. So I've had 6 years to become accustomed to the fact that I have ADHD and to learn on my own what ADHD is and what it means and how it affects me, and to understand the things that I've been doing all my life that made me feel stupid is actually normal and totally fine. Normal for somebody with ADHD. We're going to test this handling around this tree. But for... Oh yeah, okay, hang on. For the longest time I thought I was just an idiot or that I was uncapable. That's so much tighter. Yeah, okay. No, there's definitely a difference. So Mumble is the best she can possibly be. It's so satisfying. I think we should take a pretty picture of Mumble before we sell her. But let's see how much she's going to void for first. Yeah. For my whole life, I had no self-confidence. I thought I was an idiot. I thought I was selfish. I thought that I was lazy. And I think everybody to some extent is a little bit selfish and is a little bit lazy. And that's normal and that's human. But I just thought I was a terrible Please don't get in the way of that person's training. Oh my good God. I just thought I was a terrible person and I used to really beat myself up for it. And then I learned what ADHD meant and what it was. And I learned about executive function and I learned about object permanence, and there's a name for it when you overthink everything that you've said to a person and you constantly think people don't like you. There's a name for that and I can't remember what it is. And once I understood what all that was, and it was like a switch went in my brain. I remember the moment where one day I said to myself, oh, I can't believe I said that. But my brain went, but it wasn't that bad. And you said that because that's part of your ADHD and suspected autism, which is a long story. And immediately I just felt okay. And it was like a switch in my brain went. I say I've got a stream warning again. And I forgave myself for being who I was. And from that moment on, my life got so much better. If you suspect you've got ADHD or autism, go and do some research. And when you do, don't feel bad for it. Because the things that you do and the things that you feel are normal for somebody with your type of brain. And that's okay. And you're still an awesome human being for it. So don't ever doubt yourself for it. And that's my feel-good time with Dee Dee. Okay, manage your own horses. Sometimes I can't help but just talk. That's the ADHD. I'm such a I'm trying not to swear. I'm gonna swear. I'm a fucking chatterbox. We're gonna restart in 15 minutes. So let's make a plan for the 15 minutes when we come back. Oh, look at that price. So overnight, let me open the Discord. They have nerfed how much money you get from selling a horse. So let me read this out to you quick. Oh, sorry, excuse me. So this is actually quite important. There's so many channels. I need to pin announcements to the top. Let's just do that now. Pin channel to top. No, it's going to be in updates. Update log. Yes, we're going to pin this channel to the top as well. So where did it go? It's here. So, yesterday evening. So the breeding fee increased from $100 to $500. Oh, it was higher, but there's an edit and it says reduced to $500. So every time you breed a horse, it's going to cost you $500, and that was to stop people. So I read somewhere, it's in here somewhere, that they don't want breeding and selling horses to become like printing money. They want you to go out and do other things on the server and act like to earn money so that you can breed the horses that you want. So that when you get a good horse, it was worth the time and the money you've put into it. That's exactly what I want from a server. That's spot on. I am so glad that they are sticking to that, even if it's a difficult decision to make and not everybody's going to be happy about it, because they can't churn out all the horses that they want. If you want to go crazy with breeding and coats and selling horses on market for lots of money and breeding for cheap, go play GGI, because they have a breeding system that you can just churn out hundreds of horses. I'm not into that. I mean, I am to a point, but I like the earning. I like to earn what you've got. And I feel like we've really achieved something with Mumble. And that we've gotten to know her and we've taken the time to train her and tracked, kind of, how much we've spent and the penalty points. I'm loving this so far. So I actually like that they put the price up. Looking to say that they've reduced it to 500, I actually think at the moment, bearing in mind I've only been on the server a few days, 500 sounds fine. 100 sounded quite cheap. I think more than 500 might be too much, unless you're a breeder, like your job is a breeder. I haven't looked into the breeder job role, but I would hope it's cheaper for people who have that role and more expensive for the rest of us. So it maybe gives us a reason to go to a breeder, potentially offer one of our horses as a stud or a broodmare, or likewise, and give them business and get something back from it. I love an economy that we all have to work together. That, oh, it just makes me, I'm so excited for it. So that was a breeding price increase. Oh, here was this little bit of text. So recently I'm not a good reader, bear with me. Recently, the economy of the server has grown, which comes with both good and bad things. And keeping the economy levelled and fair is something we take very seriously. An economy that is inflated and bloated is not only not fun to play in, but you also find no reason to go and do things. I'm not reading properly. You find no reason to go and do the things you used to do to make money. There always needs to be a give and a take in an economy where you can, yes, make money other ways, and printing money through breeding horses should not be your main way of making money. Yes, 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 I am all about that. And they said it was like almost a 2k profit for some grown foals, which is a lot of money. And considering it hasn't actually taken us that long to train Mumble, actually, when I first read that, I kind of thought, oh, it's maybe going to be really difficult to make money. But the more I've had time to think about it and for it to settle in, I'm actually loving this. Breeding should not only be worthwhile, but to take a risk. I don't know if the grammar's wrong there or if it's me. Ooh, 10 minutes. But to be a risk and investment. If you want really good horses with good stats and rare bred coat, then it takes hard work in order for that to happen. Yes, yes, yes. It also aligns with our vision for realism, where there are stud breeding fees IRL, and for horses with good genetics, they are usually quite expensive. Overall, it's an attempt to keep the economy under control and remind everyone that breeding horses should not equal printing money. Yes! I love that. Yes. Oh, they've reduced the breeding price down to 350. Okay, that's interesting. So that's the next update. Okay, so that's probably a bit more fair for the people who are breeding every day. For it to jump from 100 to 500 was a very big jump. And I don't understand enough about breeding to know what's fair. But I am glad that they are trying to push for a more fair economy. That's basically what I'm trying to get at. Is I like that they're not scared to experiment. And they've backtracked on what they said there and put it from 500 to 350. But that it's saying to me they're not scared to experiment. I think the server looks so promising. Maybe it just sounds like I'm spewing like too much positivity. I don't know. But I'm liking this so far. And even if it gets to the point where I think, okay, we're not making enough profit for doing certain things, I feel like I would be able to say something in the Discord and that people would listen and take it on. And that's just after a few days of playing. That's what I'm feeling like at the moment, if that makes sense. I am just waffling at the moment. So let's jump into our spreadsheet, which is over here. And we need to change over on OBS. So you're now 1,040. So with leveled handling, let's increase this a little bit. I'm getting a bit close to my widgets, so it's kind of hard to see. I hope you can see actually. Let me scoot over a little bit. So it was was it 1080 or 40? It was 40, not 80. So we spent 150. Oh, fuck. How much did we spend on handling? Let's do the math. Right. So how much money have I got at the moment? We will have to put the stream on a break while we're waiting to log back in. And I will watch the stream back and do a bit of math. So this bit of paper is getting very scribbly, which is quite funny. So we've got $191.90. This is turning into a ledger. Oh, we should have a spreadsheet ledger. Sorry, spreadsheets. I love a spreadsheet. It's why I love Ark. It's just spreadsheet simulator with dinosaurs. That's all Ark is. That's all this is turning into. I hope me looking at spreadsheets isn't just deathly boring for the people who are really interested in the horses. I can't help it. It makes my brain so happy. Right. So the server is going to restart in a minute. So let me hop into OBS, window streaming, spreadsheet. So it should stay on that spreadsheet while I log out of RedM. And we'll wait 5 minutes for the restart. And I'll maybe run to the loo, put the stream on a break, and do some math while I'm looking up the old stream. I am still getting warnings, which is frustrating. I'm going to have to invest in an Ethernet cable. Shall we make a to-do list? And a shopping list? For streaming stuff. I've got a little packet of scrap paper here. So I can have this separate from my notebook. And this is, again, this comes back to the ADHD. Once I close this book, I will not see this to-do list of stuff to do off stream. So having it on a bit of paper that I can see in front of my desk makes me do it. So we want to look at a Ethernet cable and investigate the bitrate problems. I did have it set to 8,000. It's now at 6,000. That's just a mental note for myself. So that can live in that corner for later. Stream-wise, so we need to do the math to see how much that was worth. Then we need to get some photos of Mumbles. For the thumbnail. And we need to decide who we're training next. So, if one of the foals is grown up, we will take a foal out. Hopefully Dakota has grown up. We should also check how long a foal takes to grow up. How long foal grow up? Because this will be the true test to see how much we can make as a wrangler. And we should go out and tame some more foals so that we always have some growing up, so that there's always a grown-up horse to come back to. We probably have a bit too many at the moment. If I can say, like, tame a foal a day, then I'll always have a horse for the course of a day or a couple of days, once we get the hang of, like, the training and the courses and stuff. Oh, and we also want to come up with a trail route. So a trail route for training. And while we're running the trail, our bonding will be going up. In theory. It might be nice to have a list of also horse names that we can pull on. And if anybody ever has any suggestions for names, please, please, please put them in the comments. I might not see them in time to have on the horse that you have in mind, but we will absolutely use those names for something. And if you think of a name that you think, I want this name of horse to be on this breed or on this coat or this personality, we'll make that happen, because I'm going to run out of names. I'm not great with names. I used to have a file on my phone, it would have been on my old phone, of names for animals. And so, like, when I was playing Stardew and Harvest Moon and an Ark in Minecraft, names for all my farm animals and stuff. And I don't know where that list ever went, but I had some really interesting ones, really odd names. Or like made up words that I thought, oh, that'd make a good name. So we maybe need to come up with some of them as well. You know what we need to do as well is make like a horse papers. So if we sell a horse to somebody on the game, we can give them papers. So something that they can keep, if that makes sense. I'll give you an example. Can I open Google without ruining the stream? It might only have this tab open. I imagine it's going to try and change. I'm just watching. Ah, it is. Right, so if we go horse registry papers and go to images. So something like this. Oh, you can't really see it. There we go. Something like this, where we get a picture of our horse that we want to sell. So we'll take a nice photo in whatchamacallit, free cam. This is actually a really good example. We can make something pretty in Canva. What information do they have in it? The registered horse name. Identifying marks and brand. So we could have our brand in there and potentially... so there's other markings here. So we could try and name the colour and the markings. We might have to make it up a bit because it doesn't tell us in the server. Year foaled. We could do the date that it was tamed. And a date of registration. The date of registration could be the date of sale. That might be fun. Oh, that might be fun. Okay, so we'll maybe make something in Canva. Maybe we'll do a quiet stream one day where... This is me Googling all my OBS problems. Maybe we'll do a quiet stream where we just do lots of graphic editing. That would be a good one to have and have a chat with viewers. But the sad, lonely fact is it's just me, myself, and fucking I at the moment. So, yeah, that might just... I'll probably do it anyway because I'm having fun. And that is the point, isn't it? Is to have fun. Right, so the server, goodness grief. The server should be booted back up by now. I am going to pop the stream on a break while I wait for the server to boot back up again. And I will very quickly go and do some math so that when we come back, we can see what our profit is and we can maybe work out how to add the profit sum into here and work out what actual columns that we will need for the future. So we'll go and work that out. So if you bear with me, hopefully this shouldn't take longer than 5-10 minutes. Welcome back. Do I have a plot twist for you? Let me just fix the music. So it looks like 36. Mental note to self. 36 for volume level on music. So I watched back the morning stream because... So at the beginning of our training session, so we started with $191.90. Hang on, I'm not actually in game. There we go. Let's watch this jumping course. In case, yeah. And you can watch the person training as I'm having a chat. So, plot twist, right? We started with $191.90. We then sold the cougar and went up to $151.90. So that was our starting point when we started training. And by the end of training, we're back to... oh, sorry, no, £191. That's our ending price. So we started with 151. My notes are awful. Wow. We started with 143.65. We sold the cougar and went up to 151.90. We now have an 191.90. So the money went up instead of down. So that bamboozled me for a second. So went and watched the stream back, and we got a $200 cash reward for herbing at one point. So that has messed with our totals. So I'm wondering where we can see, I'm assuming progress? Rolls? No. So it might be in a mod menu, which is probably going to be here. The stream is struggling again. Apologies. We might need to have our horse to do this. I'm not sure how to check. Somehow we went up to rank 2 in herbing. I'm not sure how to check our ranks. And we got $200 with it. So it's messed with our mental maths. So what we're going to do is we're going to find our calculator again. So rather than it being 151, it was 351.90. And we are taking away what we have now, which is 191.90, which is 160. We're then going to divide that by 5. So we had 32 training sessions. 4 of those were penalties. So we had 28 training sessions. 28. So 32 total. 4 penalties, which left us with 28. So 28 times 5 is 140. So the normal training amount for a horse with, is it 5 stamina and 5 acceleration, which I think is what Mumble has, is $140. Our 4 penalties would have cost us £20. Or $20. 5, 10, 15, 20. Yes, 20. So in total, we spent $160. And let me just double check that math. 32 times 5, 160. So our cost on Mumble is $160. Let's not lose that bit of paper. That page in the notebook. So let's head back over to our little spreadsheet. And we can update this for real now. So the price that we would have got when bonded was $270. The cost to train was $140, and the penalty cost was $20. And we can sell Mumble for 1,040. And like I says, this price is... So I got as far as describing how the breeding's been nerfed, but I believe the sales of horses have also been nerfed as well. At some point before I joined the server. In the recent past. But I got distracted talking about other things. So, Mumble, this part of the stable hasn't loaded. A few parts haven't loaded. That's okay, we'll ignore it. So, Mumble has 1, 2, 3, 4. So she's got 5 stats, but we would have only trained 4. And we also trained her up to elite. So what's the math that would have got us up to elite? So, calculator. 1,040. That's 100. That's not correct. 140. Take away what she was before we trained for handling, which was 830. So that was a 210. So for training her, bearing in mind we're talking about a 5 stat horse and not a 6 or a 7 or whatever. So it was a $280 profit to train for speed, another $280 to train for acceleration, and we gained an extra 210 for handling. I don't know if I want to do the min-max enough to check and see if it's worth training for handling. I'm just trying to do a bit of math in my head. It was 4 levels, I believe, which would have been about 12. Does that sound right? 28 minus 12 should leave us with an even number, which it does. But that doesn't leave us, because we definitely didn't do as many rounds of handling. That's maybe something we will have to track in the next one. But we do have the numbers for the moment. So, if we sell her for 1,040, what's our profit going to be? So our profit will be how much we've spent, which is... I closed my calculator. So, 150 that we bought her for. We trained her for 140. And we added on an extra 20. 310. So we've spent 310 on her. So 140 minus 300 and... That's a 200. A 310. We've made 730. That's a nice juicy profit, isn't it? That's good. How many horses can we tame for $730? Divided into 150. We can tame 4 horses, or divided into 25. 29 foals. So that's a big profit. But we also want to go and spend some money on some new tack. I would like to change my makeup because for whatever reason the lipstick on my character isn't working properly. Not that I want crazy makeup, but I would like her face to look a bit healthier. And sometimes when she logs in, our lipstick logs on at the wrong opacity. And for whatever reason, it's the strange lipstick that's like all over her face and makes her look kind of crazy. So that's that. Can I do the math? Let me throw it back onto this screen very quickly so that I can have a quick Google and work out how to do spreadsheet math. And I'll be as quick as I can, but I would love to get this finished. So Google spreadsheet how to add some columns. That's not how you spell columns. Use a sum formula. Great, but just give me the sum of just out of curiosity. Can I add profit? This needs a bit more research than 5 seconds. Okay. But that's on our to-do list. Are we going to sell Mumble? I think it's time. We need to take some photos of her first. So, where's a nice place to take photos? There's so many places I could go. I quite like taking photos down the river, because the backdrop isn't very busy. As beautiful as like Little Creek and stuff is, it's a very popular location to take photos. So something different. You know what? Yeah, let's do it. Let's head out to... There's a really nice... I think it's here. There's a nice ridge, but I think somebody's put a house on it. I was trying to think what stable that was for a second, but I know which one that is. It's hard looking at a map and trying to think about where each part is out of memory. So let's hop onto this section of beach, because I kind of know this area. And let's head over there and see about taking some photos and messing around with the spooner for the first time on the server. Hopefully it's the same as GGI and I can work it out. For now, let's ride around and look for a nice place. Then we'll set the time of day to something nice. Let's maybe see if we can get the train in the background, or that beautiful bridge. Mind you, this section of beach is quite nice. Mind you, there's a section of beach down there that's quite nice too. I am torn. Yes, let's go this way. This is kind of close. Well, this would be where I would take photos if I'm online. Doing photos for my roleplay journal and stuff. The first video of which you can see on the channel for the Mustang makeover. The second one is very almost finished. I just need to get the shots for... Well, basically I need somebody to play Chance. Long story short. Then I need to do episode 3, but episode 4 is finished because it was an event and I had all the footage already, rather than having to plan all these different cinematic shots. This might be nice, actually. It is just finding the time to work on everything that I'm really struggling with. Let's go for here. This seems like a nice spot. There's a few flowers. There's the lake in the background. So the first thing we want to do, if you are following along at home and you would like to do the same, is we want to open the chat and start using commands. So T to open the chat, / to enter a command, and we are going to set time, all one word, or is it time set? My time. So it gives suggestions in the bottom, you can see. So it is, so my time. So it gives us a spelling there. And we're going to go for 11 in the morning, because I quite like the lighting at that time of day. And we can get this shadow to shift. So say we wanted to have the lake in the background, but the sun is actually on this side of Mumble. So we can play around with the time of day. So let's say we put my time to not 2 words, all one word. Let's go for 3 p.m. So we'll do 1500. No. I've never used the spooner to set the time of day to the afternoon, in all honesty. Hmm. 14 without the zeros? Or let's go 13? 15 for 3 p.m. Ah, there we go. Okay, so the shadow moved in this direction rather than moving in that direction. So, my time... What about earlier in the morning? Ah, maybe a little bit. So if we wanted to get the lake in the background, we could maybe go... Oh, so there's some patches of flowers here. So this works, and I'm trying to avoid having the house in the background. But we will use reshade to create depth of field anyway. So say we put her here. So that's not bad, and we have a bit of interesting lighting, so there's still some shadows and stuff. Let's go first person. Now, how do I open Spooner again? Delete? Yes, so delete on the keyboard. And we'll maybe set an animation. I do want to untack her first. Shift. Ah, it's different from the controls of Fortitude, so it does just take a moment. And if I open my reshade and put on the depth of field, so I just kind of want to plan it out first. She's looking so unhappy. Look at those pinned ears. She says, I don't like the lake. I don't like having my photo taken. I don't like it here. I am not happy. But this seems like a nice place to take a photo. Can I open the... I can open the commands while I'm in Spooner. So, how about my time? So 11 is just my favourite time to take photos. Oh, that gave it a bit of a nice golden light. Oh, it changed again. Oh, something went a bit funky. That was unfortunate. What about 9? Yeah, okay. Sometimes when you get like golden hour pictures, like morning and evening, like sunrise and sunset, the shadows are a bit too harsh. Which is nice if you're trying to take a dramatic photo, but in this case we want a nice evenly lit photo that kind of pops a little bit. So I think that's going to be good for that. So how do we untack you? And how do we make you a happy bunny? Because you're not chuffed, are you? Come on. You're fine. You're absolutely fine. I wonder if it's because she's on a little bit of a slope. So let's... I would like to keep some of those flowers, but... Mind you, this has the nicest lighting when we go from here. Still on a little bit of a slope. We could go over onto the sand. I think those colours might complement her quite nicely because she's a brownie kind of colour. Ah. Can we pick this? Horse. Herb. Yes. Good. So we can get rid of it. Oh no, it's still there. That's unfortunate. Because I was aiming to have this in the backdrop. What if we went a bit further over? Which direction does she need to be? This isn't bad. It might have been nicer on the grass though. This is where you can spend all your time just taking photos because it's quite addictive. If if we're going on grass, I do want to have short enough grass that I can see our feet. I did really want that lake in the background. Oh! Here kind of works. It is still slightly on a slope. Wonder if we can line it up a little bit better. Yeah, okay. The time's not changing as we're going, is it? Where are we at? Are we at 9 AM? Yeah, so it isn't changing as we're going. Just out of curiosity, where does the shadow move at 11? No. Okay. What about 8? We lose a bit of light. Okay. 9 it is. I just don't like where that foot is, but we can maybe change that through the animations. We'll give it a go. You're still quite cross. But again, potentially we can change that with the animations. So I think I can brush her from horseback. Just to make sure she's sparkling. Good. Then I believe we can... So is it alter tack or... No, we can get her to lay down, sleep, rear up, grazing, wallow. Wallow sounds like it'd be quite funny. Horse tricks. Can you do this on your own? Oh, check you! Rear right? Oh. Okay, please let's not keep doing that. Because we just lost our positioning. Pose look left. That's cute. Neutral idle pose, soft stomps. We can use that. This stops us needing to go into the spooner and look for all the different animations. Alert standing. Lunge imitation? Oh, for lunge. Okay, no, we definitely don't want to do that. Okay. But that'll help us rather than messing around with... spin this way a bit, please. Thank you. Oh. Ugh, we're still on a bit of a hill, which is bothering me. Close menu. What if we went onto the island? I've never done that before. Oh. Wait. Because if you can find a space that doesn't have a lot of grass, then you can see their feet as well. Okay. So let's find a nice... This is kind of perfect. Okay. Do we want a green backdrop with a bit of sand in the front? This looks like a horse-shaped space right here, doesn't it? Maybe those trees are a bit too close. That's a space as well, though. Look at this. main side forward. Yes. Okay. This looks pretty good. This is quite scenic. Right. We'll line up our shadow, right? Okay. Now we want to set the tack. Alter tack. Remove all tack. Your harness is still there. Is it perhaps called breast? No. Breast collar? No. Lantern? No. Not ideal. The horn? One at a time doesn't work either. Do we want to keep her tacked up then? We'll try one with and one without, because that's not coming off. And I'm not sure how to use the spooner to do that. But we can try. Now, my widgets are in the way, so bear with me. So, Horse Tennessee Walker. Pet options. Remove all weapons? Nope. I think we also want to freeze her. Shit! Okay. Right. Fine. We're controlling her like an object. Didn't want to do that. Did not want to do that. My widgets are in the way, so I can't actually see what the fuck I'm doing. Oh, oh dear. Oh, 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 don't like it. Don't like it. Okay. Oh, oh. She's gone. Well, not ideal. We broke Mumble. Let me fix my widgets. I'm not sure what to do. Let's see if we can reset her at a stable. But I think technically she's still frozen in the spooner, and wherever she glitched away to is where she has frozen to. But we'll see, potentially we'll select another horse, call that horse, go back into the stable, select Mumble again. This isn't a bad place to take photos. We could take a photo in front. Well, no, there's shadows. It wouldn't work. Ugh. We messed it up. We done goofed. Manage. What's it saying? This horse is outside. But we want her to not be. I might pop into the chat and see if anybody has had this problem before. So I think now is a good time to utilize the box of invisibility. So what we're going to do is bring up the box of invisibility so that I can open the chat and ask other players if they've had a similar problem. So let's go into global. I'm just making sure the box actually stays up. Oh, we actually need to toggle chat. Does asking global. Does anyone know how to call back a horse after losing them? Losing? How do you describe this problem? Freezing them somewhere with Spooner. Or should I relog? I can't find them or call them to me. Laughing face, because I'm a numpty. And we shall wait patiently and see if anybody has had this problem before. Spooner's great. Spooner's a really powerful tool, but it's also got a little bit of a learning curve. That was an incredible username that just popped up on the screen and I can't even read it out to you. Because it reveals who they are, but it was quite funny. Maybe try and switch out your fave horse in the stables and call it another one. Okay, so that was what I was thinking of doing, but because it says that they're already outside, let's just give it a go. Crash. Marcus' favourite. Let's see. You don't remember where you froze it. Well, it... not sure how to describe it. I froze it, then it shot off into the distance. Not sure where she landed. Poor horse. Stables say she's sat. Stables say she's still outside. Poor girl. Somebody says, that's beautiful, ha 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 ha. you can walk through the bushes. Look at this. That ain't good. No. Oh, somebody's feeling a bit poorly. That's not good. Oh, no. Hope you... It's not nice having a sickness bug. Don't envy them at all. That's awful. I think relog is the best option by the sound of it. Honestly, the chat in this game is fantastic. Everybody is so down to help out. And there's people asking questions all the time. So just watching the chat, you learn so much. Yeah, let's do a relog. Okay. I'm still just reading the chat as it's flying past. Nope, we're about to do a relog. Okie dokie. I'm just gonna pop this on a break, I think. Just so it's not so janky to watch, so bear with me. So we have Mumble. Mumble is back. So I am just gonna say thank you in the chat, which is not working. Here we go. Thanks, guys. Relog. Recovered. My vanishing pony. I also, let's just toggle names. Another thing would be to remove Foals coming out of training, bonding, or nerf it, at least for people who like what was this about? Oh, they're talking about the price changes. It was supposed to be 600 to breed a horse. It was 100. Even out the economics, it was 500, but they dropped it to 350. 100 was too low. It was like printing free money. But perfect for someone like broke like me. That's fair. When you're first starting out. When the babies come out partly or almost fully trained, that's an easy 1k when you sell them. I think they should have done a vote on the price. Another thing would be to remove foals coming out trained or bonded or nerf it, at least for people who like training and using training services. This is true. Definitely helps the economy if they do, as it gives more player job opportunities. I think definitely training sucks at the moment with how busy all the courses are, so if they're going to do something like that, I hope they add more courses. This is true. Yeah, this person says I never really have problems at training areas. Neither do I, to be fair. But, there we go. Player names. This is all true. But I think the more opportunities we have to interact with each other and to use each other's roles to help each other, the better it'll be. So I'm now going to toggle the chat. And the box of invisibility can go away. And we'll have another attempt at... You know what? That's a nice place to take a professional looking photo. What are you scared of? Is it a snake or something? Come on. Come on now. Come on. Go. Come on. You can do it. That was a big reaction. That makes me think that's not a snake in that corner and it's something else. But this is nice. So my time, 11. Okay. Can we put you in the corner to create a sense of depth a little bit rather than having the straight line? And there's a tree there. And we'll attempt this one more time. Just trying to get the angle. Looking good. That's not bad. That's not a bad place for a photo, is it? You're looking unhappy with my choice. Your ears are pinned back. Are you not a happy girl? Do you not want to be sold? You'll love it. You'll love the void. It'd be so peaceful. There's no snakes. No cougars. No me running you into jumps. Ah, she looks happier already. Right. So let's try Spooner one more time. I'm gonna have to move my widgets. So I can see the menu. So YouTube is not responding. Is that what that says? Receiving enough. So again, we're struggling with bitrate. I'm gonna have to invest in an Ethernet cable, I think. Which is a darn shame. Because other than that, other than dropping frames, the stream looks great. And I don't really want to drop the bitrate any more than I have. But I maybe just have to. So, freeze. Right. Stay. That's what that button was, stay. Pet options? Gravity. Let's go pet options. Scenarios, animation, task, online, resurrect, clean. We'll do that. Clone, look at, go to waypoint, go to entity. I imagine it's not remembered my favourites. It has! No way. Or is this favourites for the server? I can't remember the name of the one that I was using. Sorry, there's some concentration going on here. The fidget one is good. Or there's one of the fidget ones that I quite... So that's quite an elegant one. That little rear there is maybe, I think, the one we want to catch. That's the one, the pose that I used to like to use for my Arabians. And that's my Morgan one. With the high head. I'm literally just looking for a split second in the animation that I think I can use. That's not bad. That's number 6. Rather than having the really high head, I'd like something that doesn't have... That's very unhappy. And there's gallop, there's a skid. Gallop on a slope? Yeah, that's a bit strange. And there's a piaffe. Let's go back to this one. I am just looking for that split second. Where our head isn't so high in the air. There's that, but there's not a lot of movement with it. Okay. Okay, this one maybe. Right. And then we want to go back, close, and close the spooner. We'll take one with the... So we can use the spooner actually to... Here we go. And how do I turn the UI off? Where's the button for it? Do they not have a UI turn off button? Am I missing a trick? Left mouse button. Adjust. Oh! Oh! That I didn't want to do. That I did not want to do. I accidentally moved the fence. Let's not do that again. I cannot see. Animations. Where are you? Pet options. Back to this, please. Spawn menu. Up, down. Focus. Hide controls. No. I'm looking for hide HUD. Because I've definitely used the spooner to hide the HUD before. Am I going to have to... Oh, maybe not. I maybe actually have to use free cam. So then it would be free cam. Yeah, here we go. And Q to hide the HUD. So now we want to put in our depth of field. And find the spot we want to be in. Have her fill the frame. Oh, I'm hitting the wrong button. There we go. Right, so that's some from that angle. And if we have her off to the side, if we're taking a thumbnail, we want space to put the text in, which is my thinking. Right, I wonder if we can set that animation while we're on horseback. That's my next query. This could be a disaster. This could be an absolute disaster. This could be a disaster. Oh, okay. Spooner. Select the horse. Tab. Turn off the depth of field. Oh, the concentration that's going on just now. Pet options. Animations. Rear. Oh, that's a shame. Not while we're on horseback. There's a way to do it, I'm not sure what it is. We're in the shadow a little bit. But we can maybe still try and take a photo. So bearing in mind the horse should still be frozen. So I'm not going to try and move it in case it breaks for some reason. See, it would be nice to have an image that has some movement in it rather than just standing still. Right, so we're just waiting at the moment for Mumble to look up. This is a game of patience. That's not bad. That was it. That was the one I was looking for. And then do we want to try and take our tack off? And try again. So, free cam. There's just a lot of steps to make sure you're doing this right. And then we'll go and select her again and unfreeze her. Right, and then I'll take her to the stables and remove the tack. Oh, that's the door. Okay. Oh, we almost went through the floor. That wasn't ideal. So that disappears you. And enter the stable, horse, move the widgets again, manage, mumble, yeah, equipped components, unequip. And I imagine we just go through this all and choose unequip. There we go. Right. Okay. Now let's get some pretty pictures of Mumble with no tack on. And then we can decide which one we want to use. God, I love a little creative project. So let's use our hoof prints best we can. That's a bit tricky. Oh, okay. That wasn't a bad guess. That'll do. That'll do. Can I remove that bridle? Yes. Amazing. Right. There is the tricks as well, but I mean, I'm already using spooners, so I'll get out the way a bit, and then we'll open spooner again, and then select the horse, freeze the horse, pet options, let's clean her, which is here, and then go to animations, and go back to this one. And again, we're just moving the widgets as needed, and then we're going to come out of here, and back, and close. And then we're going to go to free cam. That's more like it. Okay, right. Finger on the screenshot button. Right, that was quite a lot of screenshots. So, if you bear with me, just 2 seconds. Enjoy the rearing horse. I shall go into my pictures and into reshade, where I have entirely too many screenshots. Let's tidy this up a bit before I bring you in here. So I've got some photos of Chance. Some secret photos that hopefully I'll get to share soon. And then I have some more secret photos of another episode with Chance. God, Windows is so slow since they did their thing. And I know it's probably a RAM photo on my end, but I'm just so unimpressed with them. Honestly. That can go in there. This is some GGI screenshots. They can go in there. Some of these aren't important. We can just delete them. The lighting looks really quite odd. I mean, they're good, but they're not what I'm looking for. I need something a bit... Oh. This would help. And get our lighting good again. See, that angle's a bit better, but the lighting isn't as good. Right, let's try this. Right. Oops. So these are slightly better lined up. So definitely a no to these ones. They don't want to delete. They don't want to delete. That doesn't make my process much easier. Right. Let's try that. None of them scream thumbnail. I swear it looks better like this than it does in the thumbnail. Or like in the image. I think, you know what would help is changing the angle. So, free cam. And then select you. Turn off the depth of field. There's so many steps. And let's turn off the animation first. Stop. Back. And back. Unfreeze. Close. And exit that. I just need her to face a little bit more this way. Almost doesn't seem worth it, does it? We could, oh, how do we do this again? Lock. Free cam. It's getting the light in the right place. What about, like, that wasn't bad. Do you fancy turning your head again without your ears pinned back? Right, we'll keep that. Now, if we went lock, cam. Here we go. Here we go. Can I can't get rid of the bow, so we'll just have to make do with having the bow. And what I want to do is this. And maybe, I don't think I have a brush, two-brusher, no. How did that look? I also didn't turn on the depth of field, which isn't handy. I swear it's not as zoomed in on the screenshots, which is kind of bizarre. So if we unlock the cam, go a little bit further in, lock the cam again, turn on the depth of field. Wrong depth of field. And do this again. Again with the pinned ears, come on. Be friends! Why can't we be friends? That was it. That looked like it. Right. Took a bit of patience. Whether or not I got the right moment. Oh, that one works! And so does that. So the last two. So, let me show you the results. And I'll show you what I'm thinking. I'm going to have to turn off the depth of field here. Lock cam, so we can move it again. And then we're going to leave free cam. Then we're going to hop on, just in case she decides she's going to run off. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to open Canva. And I'll show you my plan. Projects. Canva is such a good tool. It's a free tool. There is a paid option that gives you a lot more. It's just a lot more options. But as it stands. So I'm just going to duplicate this. And I am going to attempt. Ah, so it does kind of work. Huh, what is it trying to change here? Right. Try and make it big enough so you can kind of see what's going on here. Let's go for that. I'm just waiting for the stream to kind of catch up so I can see what you can see. In the meantime, while the stream is catching up, I'm actually going to get out of this space in case somebody wants to use it while I'm not paying attention. Ah, it does appear to be working all right. So, we'll delete this image. And I think I want to take this one. So we shall layer, send to back. Fill the page. Maybe we'll make it a bit bigger. So it still hides us a little bit, but it is better. How's that? So that was the one before. This is all a bit dark and difficult to see, isn't it? It actually doesn't work that well. It's all experimenting. Let's try this one. That's not bad, but again it has the pinned ears, so I'm not so sure about it. And the colours are all a bit dark, which is why this one was so good, because it kind of pops. So what looks like it has a bit more of a pop to it at a glance? Perhaps this one. So we send it to the back. We can move these over here. This over here. And this over here. That's not bad. That one's still better, isn't it? I'm not doing so great at these screenshots. I think the colours just don't work well. I think there's too much going on in the background. Shall we continue to look for nice photo locations? I'm having quite a lot of fun with this. I don't know if it's fun to watch or not. Let's bring you back over. So, how about the lake location? Maybe was going to be the better option. So we could have a run back down there. Oh, that might be perfect. Oh, cliff! Oh, cliff! That could have been quite bad. Let's go right out here. We need it on the other side. Our shadow, I mean. Yeah, again, that's a bit noisy. Let's have a run down here. We're racing this deer. Look at us go! Oh, we're leaving him now. Oh, there must have been a snake. Right. Is it that island or is it that one? I think it's that one. And off we go. Right. No vanishing off into the distance this time, missus. I'm just having a think. Because when you do this, and then it looks a bit more like we're on a wild horse because we have no tack. And we could do something kind of at the river's edge. And make it all splashy. By potentially locking the free cam. Then we've got this lovely backdrop to play with. Let's have a little experiment. So, free cam. The sun is behind a cloud at the moment. This might... That's not bad. Okay. So, lock, cam. This may work, or it may be a disaster. But we shall try it. I don't think our free cam is at quite the right angle. That might be good. Can't read. Lock, cam. There we go. Our horse is also a little bit mucky. So horse interactions. Brush. And we'll make her a little bit upset. Do a little piaffe in place. Oh, that was a bit of an accident. Oh, bother. That was unfortunate. Oh. This trying to get the right angle is a little bit fiddly. That might be good. If I can get that little rear. I don't want the look of terror. It's just the general energy of it. If you catch my drift. I wonder how these will work. I guess we can't do these on horseback. No, that's a shame. Well, let's see what we got. There we go. So I shall bring you back over. Oh, the very first one. But we're in the middle of the screen, unfortunately. Oh. These are better. These are much better. That's a good one. Ends in 78. That might be the winner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. So we've got this one. And there's this one. Where's 78? This is this one. Oh. Then there's also... And then there's also... So, there's 1, 2, and this one that doesn't want to go to the back. Ah, there we go. Nah, I prefer this one. Oh, I accidentally deleted it. Bother. This one. So let's see if we can get this angle right. I think this is okay. Now we need... Should we include our name? So like Mumble's Journey. So if we copy, paste this. And for some reason there we go. The color. Oh, no, that didn't work at all. So why is the color so strange? Here we go. How does that look? There was an awful lot of fumbles and bumbles in Mumble's journey, wasn't there? Things haven't entirely gone to plan. What colour should it be? I feel like red is such a different... Sorry, yellow and orange is such a different colour from everything else on the screen. But it's also kind of in the colour wheel with the red here. What about this? I am kind of looking at my phone screen because it's easier to judge what a thumbnail might look like on a smaller screen. I definitely think the yellow is more eye-catching. It's just getting the right shade of yellow. I'm not sure this is it. Because once I get it right, then I can reuse this for other horses. Oops. I think about there, because then if it's too shocking a yellow, it's too much of a warning colour. And I wonder if we should have some kind of mention to it being a EE server. I'm kind of hoping they've got some kind of logo that I can use. To advertise their server. Because that'll maybe bring more people into their server as well. Right, okay. We could put that in the corner there. And there's an awful lot of information on this screen. But is it readable? Again, I'm just having a quick look at the at the stream to see how it looks on a phone screen. And then we get to decide who the next horse is going to be. Oh, just patiently waiting for this live stream to catch up. Ah, here comes the logo. That kind of tells you how much of a delay there is, which is quite entertaining. Yes, okay, I think that looks quite good. So, oh, how cute! Don't you love free cam and reshade and this game in general? Oh, gorgeous. Right. So let's run back to the stable. And I'm not actually running this time. Let's do a teleport. I think this is the longest I've ever streamed for. I've just had so much fun today. I've fair enjoyed myself. Okay, here's the big moment. Manage owned horses. Let's turn off this depth of field. Mumble. There's nothing else we can do with you. It is time for you to go off into the void. Sell Mumble to the stable for $1,040. Here we go. Oh, we made our first horse sale. You sold her for 10,000. Did you see that? For $1,039. Why did we lose $1? Why did we lose $1? Oh, it's $1. What does it matter? Oh, look at that. We're in a 4-digit sum now. So, I imagine Crash is going to be the next one. I think the next one that I really want to do on stream is going to be a foal. Honestly, I think I might train Crash in my own time. I definitely want to train Daisy in my own time. And Gale. These two are horses that I want to keep. Crash I will probably sell. Or potentially breed. I'm not sure yet. I need to work out which coats are rare coats and not rare coats. That's something to do off stream. Let's run to a stable that has foals in them. And see if we can get a picture with a foal. McFarlane's, that might be a nice place to take a photo. And potentially take a foal out of the stable. So let's have a teleport there. Teleport me. Stables is there. Right. Oh, what was that? An invisible person. How on earth did you do that? Did you run through the building? Okay. I don't know how that worked. But that happened. That happened. Foals. So Dakota is going to be the next one that we train because she's the oldest. Dakota. Oh, so they've all kind of gone up to colts and fillies. Some of them anyway. And this one's a Shire. No, that's a Tennessee Walker. Where is my Shire? That one. Okay. I can't wait to see the Breton. Absolutely can't wait. Oh, buttons! I'm excited for buttons as well. It's going to be a few days before we can ride buttons though. I really do want to see... I still can't edit the mane and tail. What about Dakota? No, I still can't edit the mane and tail colours on Dakota. That's fine though. So a warden... Okay, so it does actually tell you what warden means. The horse head in the middle of the screen isn't super helpful. So we can take Dakota out the stable. We can transfer, move this fully grown foal to your main stable. Does that mean she's all grown up? Let's try and take a photo of... Oh, him! I thought Dakota was a mare. Never mind. Take out of stable. Let's just try it. You're all grown up. Oh. Oh, never mind. Oh, well, yeah, no, that didn't work. That was quite funny. Do you want to just try and hop on this horse, Miss Dee Dee? No, no, apparently we're committed to leading Dakota out. Okay, out you come. Oh, you are gorgeous. Absolutely stunning. Wow, this is a Spirit Stallion of the Cimarron moment. If only he had the dorsal stripe and not the white bit on his nose. I don't want to know what time it is if your Joy-Cons are charged. That sounds a bit strange. Can we potentially take some photos in here? This doesn't appear to be a training area. I'm just picking somewhere that might have a nice kind of backdrop with where the sun is. Because this is... Pokemons, okay. Oh, we can have his head like popping out over the stable. If we can get him in there. I don't know if this is going to be doable. Oh, well, you're in this one. Okay. Let's see. There we go. Get rid of that. Do you want to not have sad ears? Is that cool with you? There you go. I don't know if that'll work for a thumbnail though. I just want to see if I can jump this to get him on this side. No. Oh! But we did make it out. That was good. What a gorgeous little horse. Wow. Ah, here we go. Yeah, but you need to turn around. There you go. There you go, sunshine. Right. Oh! Oh, that's so cute. Oh my god. I'm in love. Right, depth of field is on. Oh my god, you are precious. Absolutely. That was a happy accident. I just wanted to kind of get the rope in there. And just try a few different angles. Oh, I turned off the reshade instead of snapping the photo. I'll try this. Come on. Just waiting for that moment. What an unhappy face. Good grief. What's the matter? Did the water not taste good? What an unhappy face. That one might work. Let's jump in here. Let's duplicate this page. You can enjoy gorgeous Dakota there for a moment. And let me go into pictures and my reshade. Screenshots. Okay. Oh, he's so handsome. Okay. This one or that one. So that one or nope. That one. I'm hearing people running back and forth and I'm not sure if it's something I need to be paying attention to. Just stand with my horse for a moment and I will bring you over to our little creative corner. So we've got this one. Centre back, or we've got, oh, this one. So this one, obviously the text would need to move over. Or we've got this one that has a saddle in it, but we're hiding it anyway. I think the other one. Do we just want to flip the image? And this is Dakota's journey. We also need it to fill the page. That's not bad. Oh, I accidentally moved it. There we go. Or there is... Oh, this one might be better, actually. So there's that one. As much as I love seeing the rope, maybe if we made this one bigger. This is the point where I watch the stream for a moment and see which one I prefer. Bear with me for the very laggy stream to catch up. Gosh, it is so laggy. Oh, but that looked a bit better. Yeah, as much as I like this photo, this one works best. So I'll update the streams that I've done with this one, and you'll know the next time that I'm live streaming, we will be training Dakota. So long as nothing... Oh dear, sorry. Black screen. As long as nothing terrible happens. But before we log off... Oh, let's go and have a look at the other foals. Because we gotta. Oh, this horse is... I broke the fence. This horse is adorable. I don't know if I can bring myself to sell him. He's so beautiful. Don't you just love a good buckskin colour? It's so pretty. Right. Let's have a look at the other foals. So, Dakota. Oh, whoops. So move this fully grown foal to your main stable. Yes. Foal has been transferred. Nice. So I imagine we can do the same with B. And Bambi. And these aren't ready yet. So let's go into Horse Manager. Manage. So Dakota's a warden. Who else have we got? Bambi is stubborn. And B is a schoolmaster. And they are both Tennessee walkers. So let's have a look at Bambi first. Mark you as favourite. And let's take you out for a look. That door opened on its own, which was a bit creepy. And my cache must be broken again because the Wrangler job is not appearing. Which is not great. Let's put you into this field as well. Just to keep it the same. Ooh, what a nice colour. Let's give you a brush. Oh, look at those long legs. Oh, she's a nice colour. She's a really, really dark bay. Let's have a look. Oh, pretty. Hello. She's starting to have a look. Hello. That's a nice colour. That works really well. Okay. So that's one pretty pony. It'll be interesting for me to go away and do some research and see which of these coats are common and which are rare. And potentially see if anybody wants to buy them. Because rather than void them, if it's a coat that people are looking for, I would rather be able to give those coats to people. For a price, obviously. Now we're going to mark you as favourite. I am looking forward to seeing Bambi in the sunlight. Out of the stable. Oh, I knew I was going to like this coat pattern because it's like Arthur's horse. Oh, that was a bit close to that person. Sorry. Sometimes it just happens. Sometimes you do just run into people and it's quite difficult to avoid them and you both try to avoid each other at the same time and you crash. It's just kind of the way it is sometimes. Wow, this horse looks good as well. What a beautiful colour. Oh. Look at you. Look at the detail. It's not rendering in very well, but the little white speckles. Oh, she looks great as well. And she looks like she could belong in the world. Do you know what I mean? She doesn't look like she's modded in. She looks like... Oh, she just... Oh, yes. So lucky. We found some brilliant foals. I'm looking forward to training them and spending some time with them. And keeping some of them, for sure. That's a pretty pony too. That's a pretty pony. There's so many pretty ponies. People can I don't know if I want people to transfer me horses. But okay. So foals. So these are still yearlings. So they're not a today project. And these are the ones that are going to be more interesting because they could be the rare coats. But I will go away and I will work that out. And the next time I get time to play on stream, I will withhold Nakota for that point. Nakota is going to be the one that I want to train on the next stream. He's by far my favourite. I'm really tempted to keep him. I'm very, very tempted to keep him. Because, oh, he's just such a gorgeous colour. He's so striking. In my own time as well, I'd really like to train up Daisy. I'll train up Crash and sell him in my own time as well to make a bit of money. And I'll maybe do the same with Bee and Bambi, since I don't think they're going to be rare coats. I'll try and save the rare horses for training on stream. And I'll save my wild horse hunting for streams as well, and deliberately go out and look for rares on stream, because that's the kind of streams that I enjoy watching personally. But for now, this has been so much fun. I hope if you get to watch this in the future, you enjoy it. It was a bit rambly and a bit all over the place. It hasn't always worked very well. I maybe should have changed the stream title once I started messing around with photographs to photographing horses. I will maybe keep that in mind for next time. And I'll have to remember to update my horse and training, since we have now sold Mumble. That was a really satisfying, rewarding process. This has been such a good server so far. I'm really enjoying it. I'm enjoying sharing it and streaming it and record. I would record it and make episodes, but I don't have the space on my computer. So that's kind of why I'm doing live streams. Even if nobody's tuning in for them, I just because it's harder to record them and have that space on the computer, I'd rather save that space on the computer for the really creative projects like I'm doing with the Mustang Makeover. If you've not had a look at the Mustang Makeover, that is in my video section, and it has been so fun to work on up to this point. It's just because it's much more heavily edited and more carefully thought out, it's been finding the time to get it done has been quite tricky. But I've not forgotten about it, and I'm not abandoning it. I'm too invested in it to not finish it, so it will be finished at some point. But like I say, thank you for tuning in. I hope you've had a good time. I hope you go and have a go at this server yourself if you can. And that I get to see you in game, because it's a really lovely community. It's absolutely worth a shot. So I'm going to love you and leave you, and I hope you have a lovely day.